What's up, everybody? It's Alan from Breaking and Entering. We are hanging out at Mr. Nice Guy Presents at Cactus Club. We're here with Nate John Herlache.
Hello.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. It's good to be here. Got rain down a little on the way in, but
a little bit of rain,
but it's all good. It's an awesome room, and excited to get some tunes rolling.
Now, is this your first time playing Cactus Club at all?
Yeah, it is, and I'm super honored to be here. I'm from Port Washington, Wisconsin. I play a lot up in that part of the state.
Okay.
I've been down to Milwaukee a few times this summer. I played Best Place, PBR,
Sure.
Kickback, which is put on by the Panoptics. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
It's a couple of cool places, but this is only my, maybe fourth or fifth time playing in Milwaukee, and to be at a place like this, it's an honor.
Yeah, you're in a place that many a big band has played before.
Yeah, so it feels like it.
You've released your debut EP this year.
Yes, sir.
So tell people a little bit about the EP, about the sound of it, what people, if they've never heard you before.
Sure, yeah. We started it, it came out this spring, and we started it, me and Jack Fricke out of Hit or Miss Studios in Port, started it back in September, and it was just a grind. So the sound we were trying to go for was kind of like an airy, bluegrass, traditional, kind of folk, kind of coffee house folk sound. So that required some banjo, required some fiddle, a lot of bass and interesting percussion, and we had guys coming up from Milwaukee. We ended up remote recording with a banjo player from California, fiddle player from Iowa. So we had bits and pieces all over the place that we were just trying to bring together.
So how does remote recording with someone from California work? Did you have to send over like postal service style, like send them over the track?
Daniel felt like that. I mean, I met them through a mutual music friend, just like anything else. And you get your recording, your stem, and you send it to them, and then they send you stems at that. And you put it all in Logic and just make something hold on to it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, but it slides together like a puzzle, because they're listening to the same track that you are when you're recording instruments, and it's easier than you think. It's the wrangling people, via email and phone is the hard part.
Yeah.
So,
was there anything that was particularly hard to in terms of finding a session musician for, like any instruments, like anything very specific, like?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to find a good fiddle player around here. You're just not getting that kind of band around here, and if you are, usually they're not in this, in my circle.
Right.
I hang out with a lot of rock bands, and, indie bands, so I don't know anybody who does that. Now, there was one person I knew in town, actually, the wife of the guy who runs our local open mic, and she just had her first kid.
Okay.
Mid-30s, and I feel weird asking her to come down to a studio with a bunch of, idiot dudes drinking beer.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was the tough spot. But I knew I wanted that sound in that album, so I just had to go looking for it. And like I said, putting all those pieces together was one of the reasons why it took so long, but you can't rush what you think is perfection. So we took our time with it. It all melded together nicely, and it's doing well, and I'm happy about it, which, when you release something like that, you think you're going to be freaking out. But I feel good about it.
For sure. Now, obviously, we've all had some time away from live music and the hecticness of playing shows and things like that. The first question I have for you is about the EP is, do you think that helped your EP at all, being able to, really sit down and not having really anywhere to go, so you kind of get to take your time with it a little bit more?
It did, but at the same time, not being able to get out and play shows, especially last winter. I mean, summer last year was different. I mean, we still played plenty of spots, but it was a little more limited based on, pandemic procedures and whatever. And then winter came, and those outdoor venues got cut off, and it was just dead, especially up by us. So we had more time to record, but you were missing that part, of going out and sharing songs with people and, the new stuff you've come up with. So I was dealing with that, taking that aspect out of my life made things a little different, and it did affect me a little creatively. I need everything to be going at once, I need to get feedback from crowds, I need to have people streaming stuff in order to be fully present in it.
Right.
So it dampened it a little bit, taking that out of that circle, but we had plenty of time to do it. And, once we found our stride,
things were good.
But nothing was normal in the last freaking year.
Right.
So, I mean,
and with that, with that too, now that crowds are back and now that shows are back, I mean, is tonight your first chance to play this back out or to play some of this material, or have you gotten a chance?
A lot of the songs on the EP were written a year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
So, I mean, I had the busiest summer I've ever had playing these songs.
Yeah.
So,
what's the initial reaction kind of been?
It's been really nice.
Nice.
It's really nice. The inner circle, you know, like the family, friends, all that, obviously appreciate it too.
Yeah.
And looking at streaming numbers from, you know, in this Midwestern area and around the country, and even, you know, some other countries, to see that people are listening to it is, you know, means the world to me. I always said before I put out any music on streaming services, I just want to be heard in somebody's car on their way to and from work.
Sweet.
And to see the numbers and to see the places, it makes you feel like maybe you're doing that.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have a better feeling.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
You bet.
We will make sure that if you haven't checked out the new EP, to make sure that you do that over
Yes,
their debut
please,
EP.
please.
And then if they want to get in touch with you, they want to follow you on social media, where do they go ahead and do that?
Sure. I'm on Instagram as Nate John Herlache Songs, all one word, all lowercase.
Okay.
Post a lot of stories, upcoming shows, a lot of covers on my stories. You know, just keeping people in the loop with what I'm doing creatively and in life.
Sweet.
On Facebook at Nate John Herlache, all one word, lowercase, and also NateJohnHerlache.com. I post about upcoming shows. Yeah, pretty much everything going on with me musically. So
very nice.
check it out.
And you can check out his EP as well as the rest of the Milwaukee music scene over at breakingandentering.net. You can find us on all of our social media as well. Thanks for doing this.
You bet, man.